Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Justy Puller here with another War Commander video. This one is on the Sector Breach event. This is on the Conqueror set. And if you have the legendary Humvees, this is pretty easy. One thing you want to remember is the Humvees are very weak and also have very short range. And on these bases, there are mines everywhere. And the mines will damage the Humvees a lot. And as far as the units coming out, there's these infantry that are coming out. Um, the For some reason the defenders go after the Humvees and not these guys coming out. Like you have a higher priority essentially, and so they're going to want to shoot you. Now you don't have to exit off of the map, but by exiting off of the map, it works a little bit more quickly. The infantry will reset. Otherwise, it takes about twice as long for them to exit off the map. Or excuse me, not for them to exit off the map. It takes about twice as long for the infantry to come back out again. There are legendary rocket men and legendary riflemen in this group, 6 of each. Um, so if you're going to come into the base, like I am right now, you want to make sure that you're not going to run over any mines. And the only way to really do that is to view the base. Use one of your views. Otherwise, you're going to run over mines. Um, so use your um, scouting. You should have 10 scouts that you can use so that you know where those mines are, because you don't want to run over the mines. Running over those mines will probably cost you 30 minutes of repair. So I'm living a little dangerously here. I think I know where the mines are, but to be honest, you can't see them, so you just have to be careful. Um, so I'm trying to avoid them, but and other than that, um, let the infantry do the job, and then what you can do is you can retreat your Humvees and bring in your air at the end here. Because there's nothing left on this base really that's going to hurt your air. So you can just bring your air in. I think it's a little bit quicker and far less dangerous. See how short the range is? It's ridiculously short. Um, I would say that these Humvees are really not a good unit, but um, they get the job done. It's a little bit of a spam, I suppose, but you can also do that base entirely with air. And I'll put a video out showing how to do that entirely with air. This second base, you really can't do with air. I mean, you can. You're just going to take a little bit more damage here. In order for the infantry to come out, you have to shoot something. They're not just going to come out on their own. You have to shoot something. And that's another reason why these units are so weak. They can't even take out the storage building, and they hit the storage building like 6 or 7 times, and that's how weak they are. They are particularly weak against buildings. And again, watch out for all of the mines. You're going to have to sort of memorize where the mines are. And this is one of those events where you can do a whole bunch of level ones in a row and a whole bunch of level twos in a row. And that's what I would recommend until you learn the base. Do a bunch of ones, one right after another. Learn the base, and then um, once you learn the base, and get it memorized, then move on to the next one, and then you can do them however you want to do it. But it take a minute to learn where all the mines are, so that you can avoid them. And the other thing that you can do is run the infantry over the mines, get them to explode the mines, and then you'll see that the mine has exploded, and then you can use that area as a safe zone because you'll see the exploded mine. What I try to do is pick out a certain area for the number one base, a certain area for the number two base, and then for the number three base, I use the dragon's teeth, the way it's situated, and I know that on three sides of the base, if you were to go through the dragon's teeth, you're safe. Um, on the southwest side, right in the middle of the dragon's teeth, there is a mine, and I'd say the most dangerous base here is the number three base. This particular base right here, all of the mines are pretty much inside the base. The number three base, they're all kind of like outside the base, so it's far easier to run into them. And you get through the whole base with almost no damage whatsoever, and then run over a mine, and you're done. This wall right here is a good thing to shoot because it takes forever to kill this wall, and that will give you um, something to attack that's outside the base so that you can build or you can generate your spam infantry. So again, I'm living life a little dangerously right there because there's mines inside this base. I'm just almost going to run over one right there. They're all over on the inside of this base. One thing I would say is that these Humvees, if they had and there's another mine right there. If you watch the scout and you see right where the mines are, you can't believe that I am not running over a mine right here. And I'd say that that's if using that method, that's going to be the biggest um, problem that you're going to run into. So on this number three base, I'll use air at the end because I don't want to run over a mine. So I'll be extra cautious here. Where I deploy, I'm almost deploying right on top of the mines. So you want to make sure that your ruby is off. And as I come forward right there, I don't know how I don't hit the mine. It's like right there. Um, they must have placed it right inside. So if I were to move forward a little bit more, it would be over. And then, so if you have it on Ruby by accident, you're going to run right in and hit that mine right there in front of you. So be careful. Don't have it on Ruby. But this base is actually one of the easier ones. You might want to grab the infantry there and manually direct them as to what to shoot. Um, that is another good tactic to use. And then there's only a few defenders on here, a couple of voltigers and a couple of infantry. And once they're gone, you really don't even have to shoot the railguns. You could just take out the air and then bring in your air to kill everything else. Um, but you need to shoot all the anti-air. There's a lot of anti-air on this base, particularly the number two base has a lot of anti-air. But see there, when one of the things that you're shooting at, and then you take a wide turn because you don't want to run over, because they're kind of like out there on the outskirts of the base. So then I'll go find something else to shoot, and I'll just keep spamming like that. And by the way, yeah, the reason I took out that railgun is because when you come in there and shoot those dragon's teeth, you're right on the edge of the range of that railgun. So you see how I kind of back up before I go around the corner? I forgot to deselect my uh, I think they're called um, legendary rocket launchers or something like that. I know that there's legendary riflemen and legendary rocket something, rocket mortars maybe. The reason I'm taking this voltager out is because I want to get to this railgun because I have to come over to this side of the base next, and so I want to have this side of the base clear so that I don't um, get shot by that railgun there. But we'll keep coming up here to the other rocket. What do you call it? Dragon's teeth. Now, if I want to, I know that going right through those dragon's teeth, it is safe. Right in the middle of those dragon teeth, if I drove right in the middle. But I can't get in there yet, and I'm not going to even bother with that because I'm going to I'm going to use the I'm going to use my air at the end here. See how I said you don't have to retreat, but I did it a little bit soon. You got to wait quite a while. And just when you think that they're ready to come out, they're not ready yet. So you got to wait. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for it so that it'll generate more um, elite infantry. That should be good enough right there. Yep. Okay, that was about the right amount of time. So we'll just wait here. That way we're not constantly retreating and redeploying. The funny thing is, I haven't seen my infantry run over these mines either. Normally, you'll see an exploded mine, And right where these guys are running, there is one right about in the middle of those dragon's teeth right there. So it's pretty amazing that they're not running over it. Maybe they are immune. Maybe they're immune to mines. I don't know. So if they are immune to mines, then you can't use them to blow the mines up. But I haven't seen them. Okay, that they just ran over one. Good. So that answers that question. That's what killed them. See that mine up there? Um, that's what killed them. So they are not immune to them. So that answers that question. That's good. And so that is a good tactic to take out the mines. Now I'm just going for all of the anti-air here. I know that there's a little bit more anti-air here. I don't care. I'm just going to take it out with my air. Um, so that's it for that base. And so that's it for the Conqueror set. Instant repair. And I hope it was helpful. Um, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. And there you go. Free repair. It's been a little glitchy. It's been locking up on me there. See you next time.